After Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit and were driven east out of the Garden of Eden, they had two sons named Cain and Abel. Abel was a good shepherd who believed in the heavenly promises of God. He offered the best of his flock as an acceptable sacrifice to the Lord, and the Lord looked upon him with favor. But Abel's wicked brother Cain did not offer an acceptable sacrifice, so the Lord did not look upon him with favor. This made Cain jealous. So jealous, he wanted to kill Abel. One day, Cain led Abel out into a field, where he rose up and killed his brother, so that his innocent blood poured out on the ground. But though dead, the Bible tells us Abel spoke in resurrection power from beyond the grave. His blood cried out to the Lord for justice against his brother. In answer to Abel's cry, God drove Cain out of his presence to the east. There, Cain founded the first city of man, the first of many earthly cities to come, filled with violence and bloodshed and murder. Meanwhile, in Abel's place, God raised up a new son for Adam and Eve, named Seth. Instead of building cities, his descendants chose to live as sojourners on the earth, placing their faith, like Abel, in God's promise of a heavenly city. Does the story of Cain and Abel point to Jesus? Jesus was a good shepherd who came to offer an even greater sacrifice than Abel. Jesus was willing to offer himself in the place of his flock as an acceptable sacrifice to the Lord once and for all time, and so the Lord looked upon him with favor. But this made Jesus' priestly brothers jealous. So jealous, they wanted to kill Jesus. Like Cain, the priests and the Roman Gentiles led Jesus outside the city gate and put him to death on the cross, so that his innocent blood poured out on the ground. But after 3 days, God raised Jesus up from the grave, just like he had raised up Seth in Abel's place. And so, like Abel, Jesus speaks in resurrection power beyond the grave. But Jesus' blood speaks a better word than the blood of Abel. For unlike Abel, whose blood cried out for justice against his brother, Jesus' blood cries out to the Lord for mercy for his brothers. And now, thanks to Jesus' merciful cry, instead of driving us away, God will one day welcome us into his presence in the heavenly city. It's a city entirely unlike the earthly cities of men, not founded by a man who murdered his brother, but by a man who gave up his life so that his brothers might live.